As we have been saying, the prince is being set up to be killed in Afghanistan. We see on the left here the Taliban will kidnap Prince Harry at any cost. Now, this is very, very serious because the Americans, NATO, etc., train the Afghanian forces, arm them, and then they're actually in the barracks where key personnel are, including Prince Harry. So they are boasting that they will be able to use their infiltrated forces who have been trained by the Allies, and they of course are boasting that they have their men inside and they know what they can do. It is very likely that because he's in a helicopter now, that the Apache helicopter will be brought down. They'll blame it on Taliban, but in fact it'll be a sabotage on behalf of the British. They're doing it to get rid of, on the orders of Charles, of course, the Queen and Prince Philip. So you can trace the story out from this here, and I'll just read out the, or you can see it for yourself up the top here. Taliban, we will kidnap Prince Harry at any cost. Now, in my usual way, I measure from London and from the North Pole, etc., and overwhelmingly it says crushed, broken bones, burnt body, or badly burned, but still alive, ambush, because the ambush will come from the British, and they'll just simply have a timed device on board the helicopter to cause it to be brought down. And it says here, Amdullah Ahmadiyya said, "It's good news for us as we are always in search for such precious birds." Now, that is English interpretation of how the Afghans speak. They don't say things like that. So it's entirely made up. And if we don't succeed, then obviously we would like to eliminate him through our Afghan friends working with British troops. He added that he knew tricks to recruit people within the Afghan army to target foreign troops. Now, we were in the Returned Soldiers League today, and every day they have a announcement that you stand at attention listening to the report, and in August there were 17 Australians killed. This doesn't make the news, however. So, reading here, it says, no media blackout. The Prince arrived at Camp Bastion in Helmand in the early hours of this morning. It is the second deployment by the Ministry of Defence. For his first deployment in 2008, a news blackout was imposed in order to prevent additional risk to Harry and his colleagues. His service was cut short in 2008 after news that he was in Afghanistan was leaked out. However, this time no such blackout has been imposed. The militaries have said his safety is less under threat because he is flying a helicopter. All right. Like, how many hours a day will he be in a helicopter and how many hours a day will he be on the ground? Taliban fighters have never managed to shoot down an Apache helicopter. Speaking about his deployment this morning at St. James Palace, spokesman said, he's approached the deployment with a range of emotions like any other soldier and feels both pride and anticipation as he deploys for a job he's trained for so long. Then it says, watch Carl Diner's report on Prince Harry's deployment below. Prince Harry back on the Afghan front line. Prince Harry is back in Afghanistan. He arrived at Camp Bastion in the early hours of this morning, and it is intended he will spend 4 months flying missions in Apache helicopters. It also reports that Prince Charles is very, very proud of his son. Well, I don't think he was talking about Harry. He's talking about William. The Prince will spend 10 days acclimatising before taking part in operations as a co-pilot gunner in Apaches in the fight against the Taliban. He will be part of a 662 Squadron, 3 Army Air Corps. His 4-month tour coincides with Operation Herrick 17, which is the British military code name for current operations in Helmand Province. So I've yet to do the stars directly over the area, but the day to watch is November at the latest, November the 2nd. Everything points to an attack on Harry, and he will survive. So what we do is run distances like the 6463, and I'll just go through to where Harry is there. Then you can measure to London, or you can measure to the North Pole. And all these numbers spell out what's happening to him. Poor young fella just doesn't realise what's how evil these bastards are. So that's the kind of thing you do, and we've got the different distances. And then you start cross-referencing that back, and it gives you what's going to happen.